So stream quality is good. 30 FPS, no drop frames. Welcome back. Yeah, thank you. Sorry for that. That is really annoying at the moment. I have to check what is the issue here. But I mean, in the worst case. But now I have turned off automatically closing the stream, and I hope it will not deactivate automatically somehow again. And also I have now opened the window that shows me that the stream quality is good. So hope for the best. Let's see. I decided now to use good old Visual Studio. I don't like that so much, but yeah, that is like it is. So let's see how fast we make something happening here in good old VS Code. So what I would like to do is creating a new project. So how can I do that? Flutter new project. Great stuff. Searching for projects. That was not so successful as I hoped. Also needs updates. Hey, PKMKP, or B, sorry. So extensions are there. This is on new Flutter new project. Okay, seems I'm back. Whew. Okay, I don't know what that is today. So if I lose a connection again, I will restart my router and then we have a look. So, and there was a question. Let's hear that. New project. Starlink. Yeah, also an idea. So let's use an application. Let's use a let's go to here. Let's say Flutter projects. Add them here called, what should be the, should create it here. The name was integration testing package, UI testing packages. And what I would like to do is creating a distinction between the three packages that we saw, but we want to start with the Flatium package, right? So where is it? This guy here. So that means we want to get started, and I'm really curious. The documentation is a little bit, let's say, easy or lightweight. Let's say it this way. And let's see. So creating Flutter with a template. Go. Don't need that. Fair enough. Let's open a terminal. No, I don't think that it was Vivek who asked me for the slides. I would have to check again on Twitter who exactly was it and if it was the right event actually. Could be that it was not Flutter India, but another one. Yeah, Flatium is free. It's created by Wolfram E. The name I forgot now. Yeah, I follow you. So, all right. So now we have our Flutter project. We know all that. Getting rid of documentation stuff. I think we can even get rid of the whole my homepage. I think that shouldn't be a problem. So save the whole thing and call that, I don't know, my homepage. Getting rid of title. And how can we do that easiest? I would say we still create a new file for homepage. And this is stateless widget. And we call that homepage. Nope. And it contains just a container for now. And we will fill that up with live. Switching here. And homepage, and we have to import. How do we import in this weird editor? Is it command dot, alt dot, shift dot, shift dot? Import. Settings. Where are my shortcuts? Like Autofix, Shift Alt dot, all right. No autofixes. Fix a quick fix, Alt Enter. Aha, perfect. And import. Great stuff. Because I imported the IntelliJ ones. I don't have a MacBook, but still I almost learned half of Flutter, but I want to create an iOS app without MacBook. So how do I do that? Anyone help me? You can do something that I would recommend there. If you don't have a MacBook and you still want to create an app, you can do it on Android. And you can try to use, for example, CodeMagic, which is a build platform. They allow you to build your Flutter app and use it as a pipeline to create your app. There are some downsides. First of all, it's way harder to debug there if you just work with a CI/CD tool, but it could be possible. So if you don't know what I mean, it's codemagic.io. They have 500 build minutes for free, and what I would recommend you is to use an M1 chip there, if it's allowed. I don't know even. But there you can create a Flutter app, and you get your iOS. How is the bundled file called? I don't know. How to price a micro SaaS? I have no idea. The idea would be probably something like that, and then use DuckDuckGo or Google for it. And then you have here some weird person who says the right pricing models and strategies for your product. So I tried that, Isa. Sorry that I can't be too helpful there, but it heavily depends on what your micro SaaS is doing compared to everyone else. Good. So let's install quickly here Flutter as CLI. You're most welcome. And as you can see, we are on Flutter for free at the moment. That's also the reason why I recreated everything. And with that, we have installed it. That's pretty cool, pretty neat. And once you have successful, you can verify that it works with Flutter command. Okay, Flutter works, great. Update the CLI, okay. I love good documentation and everything. Is it a BDD tool? BDD is from, is it DDD was domain driven and BDD is then business driven development? Let me quickly check again. I would say no, it's behavior driven. Sorry for that, of course. Where's my head? Too much time with my girl, with my child, so I lose every track of development. No, what Flutter is, it's a so-called UI testing tool. And that's more, if you knew the testing pyramid, I once created a Flutter testing series where we talk about the different levels of testing. And UI testing tools are usually on the top, where you should have as less as possible because they are usually pretty expensive. And tools like Flutter try to make that easier so you can easily use that. Oh, she is very well. She gets bigger and bigger every day. And now she started to shout and she has 6 teeth already. So quite busy days in our home at the moment. Good. So now we want to debug that. Can I run it from here? Let's try that. I have to configurations. It will now build on Windows. That's a bit unfortunate because we can't test that then. But maybe that's happening with this tool. So yeah, let's try that easily. You're most welcome, Diva. I hope that helps. Sir, will you gonna provide a Flutter full course like live classes? I would love to say you now yes. And yes, I have planned something for next year. I know it will take some time, but if you go, for example, I will now make some advertisements. Sorry for everyone who's not interested into that. So I currently create in Podia like community and stuff. And what I also do is I create products. And one of the community stuff are some announcements, and one is currently drafted. You can see roadmap 23 on Flutter Explained. And one of the products I'm currently working on is this little bad boy. And I know it's not yet finished. I don't want to share it actually yet because it's super, super fresh. But I'm currently working on first a Dart Ultimate Guide. You can register for that already, and as soon as there is something ready, you can start to try to buy it. At the beginning there will be some of course some discounts and things like that, and for Flutter explained members and things like that there will be also some discounts. So there is a lot planned, and sorry that I can't tell you so much more yet because there will be more to come in 2023. But just to give you an idea, there is a lot planned at the moment around the company. Good. Besides of that, back to the topic. Let's see what we can do with Flatium at the moment. Dart dev tools include blah blah blah. Fine. Don't need that at the moment. So create a Flatium flow test. So then Flatium create. No output file specified. That's absolutely correct. So what do we have to do? Flatium create output YAML. Okay. I would say UI test. UI. Should we use a folder? Yeah, let's try that because. And inside of here we have our first flow.yaml. Let's see what happens. The description for this YAML file. Let's call it open the app and check if there is an empty container. Should be executed. Expect not visible. Tap on input text. Take screenshot. I cannot select anything. That's the first downside. Or do I have to use the mouse? Nope. Yeah, then I want to expect something visible. What is the search value? Container? Ah, the search value for something visible. So we have to add a text there. Let's say thanks. Test. That's really unfortunate that I can't select anything. My keyboard is not working here. Huh. Is it? Oh. It's actually like Vim. With J and K I can select up and down here. That's a very weird implementation. Okay. Tap on to input text, take screenshot. Let's take also a screenshot. Test. And now let's quit. Do I have to add something new? Good. So, and now let's see what we have added. Inside of here we have now nothing. Where did he actually create it now, that stuff? Ah, here we have now the first flow. Okay. Expect, okay. So let's try and see what happens. Flatium test. You can fix that? Yep. I think, I think the question is just if they want it, you fix it. But I think he will be happy for every support here, I guess. Oh, there are already 15 issues. Add a sample project, make it more clear the goal of Flatium is. Implementing drag actions. So there are already some features that are wished. Pretty cool. And there are also some pull requests. What do we have? Increase text speed for input text. Implement a long press action. Okay. So as you can see, the good Wolf Rain is currently working on it. Wolfen Rain, sorry. Actually, I should follow him. So, because he does a lot of stuff inside of the Flame engine, and I would like to help him from time to time. So what happened? No flow file specified. So even for the Flatium test, I have to say which test has to be executed. So Flatium test first flow YAML. Retrieving devices. Now I'm curious what happens. Okay, it says Chrome and Edge. So somehow my Android installation seems to be broken here. Okay. Yeah, let's take Chrome for now. And what I also want to do is open up Android Studio again. Sorry if we disconnect now in a second again. Could be. I have the stream on not auto stopping, so I hope the best that we get a running device here. Because what I want to have is the Android platform, just because it is supported. And then actually it should fail, right? Because we don't expect the visibility and we have not, and a screenshot. Let's see what happens there. There are two problems. Don't import implementation files from another package. Uh-huh. Interesting. Did I do that? What's going on? No autofixes, okay. Ah, Alt-Enter is it? Ah. Okay, import material. Thanks. So, and here we just want to have the settings because I want to be actually in custom property about. No, I search for in the background we can see Chrome has started and it has entered something like testing action. So installing dependencies, starting up test driver, still running up here it seems. But in the web it seems like nothing happens, so that's exactly what I said. Getting rid of that, I guess. So we want to have Android somehow running. So what I want to have here is settings. Don't run the emulator, please, inside of Android Studio. Yep. Apply, get rid of it. And now if I click here, starting AVD, good news. And this seems to be broken in the web at the moment, so we can close that. So we wait for the Android Studio here. I think this one can be cancelled in the meantime. Clean that a bit up. And now we have our AVD, so I can close Android Studio, I guess. And here it is. No. Ah, here we go. So, our beautiful AVD. So let's run that again, and let's hope that this time the emulator or the tool finds the device. No. Why not? Huh, that's funny. Chrome and Edge. Can I run now on that device? It's still running on Windows, Chrome and Edge. Create Android emulator. Why do I have... Okay, I think I have to rename the stream because it seems we have to fix the AVD manager is missing from Android SDK. Bah, that means somehow I have installed 2 Android SDKs. I hate that. So that means I have somewhere an AVD manager. So, and where can I find that? Does it work here? I don't know. No, it's of course not good old Linux. What could I do? Can I use which? It's not recognized. Okay. But what I can do is I can go to the environment variables. Checking the path. So what do we see here? Android SDK emulator. In the app data. Phantom bot, I don't think we need that at the moment. Toolbox scripts. So we have one time this and one time this. So that sounds like the right place. But we have probably also an Android SDK somewhere lying around. Android SDK root. Okay, so it takes this guy. Yeah, trying to clean the cache could work, but I am pretty sure that it has something to do with the AVD manager this time. List, so where do we have that? So, and we have installed the Pixel 4, so this is the guy. Flutter devices, Flutter devices. Let's test that. Here we only see 3. So Flutter devices does not recognize my Android device. So why is that the case? Flutter does not recognize Android device or Android emulator. I will test now for 5 minutes. If we don't find a solution till then I will somewhere find an Android device that I have somewhere and we just execute it on that. Doesn't cease emulator. Okay, new blah. Okay. Flutter Doctor. Let's execute that too, just in case. Oh look, that looks a little bit different. They have it on the Android SDK. The storeroom. Android toolchain key only able to log. Look at that. So on first launch it will assist you, blah blah blah. Android Studio from has been installed to a custom. Please use Flutter config to update the location. So let's do that. Missing argument SDK. I have to pass that in now. So what I can do is copy the location from the environmental variables. Environment variables. Here we go. And the path would be then this bad boy, I guess. So let's see, blah blah blah. Let's remove that. I think what you this guy. Let's try that. Whoop, you may need to restart any open editors for them to read new settings. All right, so go home, close, and let's see Flutter Doctor if you understand it. Aha, wunderbar. So back to Visual Studio Code. So that was a little detour to fix your Android SDK stuff. Hey Emre, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Check devices again. You're right. Flutter devices. That's a big problem if you write faster than your shadow, then I'm very well, just fixing some stuff here. And look at that, our emulator is running. Hey Robert, nice to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're well. So this is that. Execution deflutter bin dart but timed out. I don't care. Clear. So that means now Flutter devices are there. Then we can work with the Flatium. Hey, you sound surprised, Minu. We're pros here on the work. There's no question that this stuff is working at the end. So Flatium, you bad boy. Test first. Flow. Go. So with a tad of luck, we have now here our emulator. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Sauber. Richtig. No worries. Everyone has a chance here in that stream. Believe me, I'm also a beginner. I'm starting every day to learn everything new. And all my live streams start with updating of Visual Studio, IntelliJ, Android Studio. That's kind of my thing. It's how I work. That is true, but we did not change the system environment variables. We changed the environment variable for Flutter internally. So I think that one is no problem without a restart. But you're right. Usually I would also recommend to restart everything again. It's very nice to have you here, Emre. Very nice to have you. I also recommend you to check out Twitter. There are also a lot of nice guys, and if you are starting with Flutter, you will love it because you can ask a lot of questions. People help you all the time. Just amazing people. Yep. So let's see. Starting up test driver. It seems like it's a long-running process. Move that up there. Move that a little bit smaller. Why can't I? So again, my computer comes to its struggles. I'm completely at the limit, it feels. So. Yeah, the CPU is just bombed. I found the issue with that action question. What does that mean? Ah, there is an issue for it in the repository already. Sorry, I have to wait until the test runner is running. They are using the logger to print the element. Okay, that's a problem. Yeah, probably this is just the version 1.0 or something. Yep, Emre, most people are using VS Code, but I can highly recommend it depends heavily on the machine load that you have. Like, for example, on my machine at the moment, which is currently on its limits, VS Code is the better option, or Vim. Vim is even better. But usually I use Android Studio because it's a little bit more pleasant with the imports and all the refactoring capabilities that you have. But I think VS Code is getting better every day. And soon there will be also Fleet. Oh, look at that. Something happens. Look. Do you make a fix right now, Minu? Maybe you should first create an issue on their GitHub repository so that they know that you want to fix something. Maybe they say they don't want it. Maybe they like it that it's repeatedly printing out stuff. Oh, look at that. Something happens. Test starting. Expect visible fangs. No. Taking a screenshot. Does it? Nope. Okay, so because the first expectation fails, the rest is failing too. That's pretty awesome. I like that. So expect visible. So what I will do now is in our homepage. What do we have there? It looks like a new subscriber. Hello and welcome. Walter van Woudenberg. Very nice to have you. So, what is that? Ooh. New stuff. Okay. Anyway, I want to wrap this guy in, let's call it, let's wrap it in the center and remove it actually because we want to have a text widget, and in this text widget we have things. So, very well. Make a comma, click, click. And there is Website aufrufen. Let's move it here. Where's the gun? There. So that's the issue, you say, right? Yeah, makes sense. While true, okay. Logger prompt. Ah, okay, they use a choose from, and what they use for a logger? The logger is a logger, and it's passed inside. Yeah, I mean, it's fixable. The command line tools from Dart is allowing you to add that stuff, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, so we have things added. Now let's take a screenshot. I'm curious. Hopefully it will not run now again that long for the build runner. So test driver this time. Let's see. Can I ask, what were you coding before Flutter and Dart? Of course, you can ask everything. I was working beforehand for enterprise customers here in Germany, mostly for with Angular. Well, what was it? Angular. I worked with Java. I worked with C#. Yeah, mostly web development actually, and I was working a lot inside for tools like Siebel, if this tells you something. That is CRM tools. So a lot of this stuff. I'm very proud that I learned a lot during my internship when I began with development, because thanks to some very great developers there, I got a lot of knowledge there. I never tried Angular Dart actually, because I heard someday that it is deprecated or something, or I checked the repository and it looked very deprecated. If you check Dart, Angular, I think it's not used so much. Yeah, it's quite a long way, but I really enjoyed it. We're currently in progress migrating inside version 2 version 7. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, and it's still, there are people still working on it, and now 2 months ago, 16 months. 2 years. Insights. No, this is Angular Dart community. Angular. Insights. Active pull request. Contributors. Oh, look at that. There are actually people again who are working on it. Maybe I did something wrong and Angular Dart is actually viable. Because I'm a pretty big fan from Angular. I like it because it has a lot of structure. It is very narrow. A lot of things are predefined for you. I like that a lot. That's my problem, actually. I tended to learn every one of them, but never finished any. You will never finish something. You know, the problem is, especially in JavaScript, everything is running so fast that you cannot catch up. What you can do is you can try to focus on one small thing and try to understand that fully. But in that time, everything else surrounding you runs away again. That means I'm learning Flutter at the moment. And Flutter is the language, right? The framework itself. But actually there are packages like Auto Router, I don't know, Go Router. There is now the whole material library, and things like that are all evolving in the same time. So you will always have to learn. There's always something that will be faster than you, and so on. Hey Amish, long time no see. Be right back. Dinner, that sounds good. So what I can recommend you is try to search your niche. Try to learn the foundations like Dart, design patterns, like these design patterns here. I think there is from Martin Fowler, tutorial point. Nah, not this one. It's also good, but I don't like that so much. Here, the Refactoring Guru. My absolutely favorite website when it's coming to design patterns. The reason I recommend that is always because patterns are language agnostic. So you don't really mind which language you are using. If you are using JavaScript, they are nearly as important as you are using it for Java, for Dart, or anything else. And that helps you a lot. Pandemic, yeah, I hear it, and my feeling is that internship nowadays is very hard. A lot of programming companies don't really offer valuable internships. Like the education of new developers are getting worse and worse every year, I have the feeling. And I think remote work is even worse for it. For me, it wasn't always the times in the coffee kitchen where we talked about development problems. And that helped me, and I was very curious about that. But to learn how to program, yeah, it takes time. I would recommend you to say, if you are completely plain slate, I would say you need at least 2 till 3 years to really get into it. There are people who are faster, there are people who are slower, but that's usually the number, the date. So there is a ban. Sorry that this came through somehow. Oh no, it didn't come through. Ha! So gone. Sorry. Ah, you can't see that. Perfect. Okay, I needed to ban someone. All right. Good. So I hope that explains a little bit, because Matab is a very good example for that. We talked there a lot, and she had also that learning curve at the end. Okay, so what do we have here now? Screenshot test. So where is that screenshot now? Is it taken, and when, where? Ah, maybe it's on the device. Do we have a picture now here? Next. And when many times there was pandemic? Your mentor was irrelevant. Well, actually that is very sad, because what usually should happen is that the mentor at least should have a good understanding on where you are and give you some exercises and tools that you can learn. But yeah, the mentorship is very important. It's very important to find someone who is better than you, else you can't learn, right? I understand that, but doesn't change anything. Flutter is a very cool language that you can still learn, and try to find a project that you are working on, just something small, and you're getting better with every mistake you're doing, with everything, and you learn that very quickly, I guess. Yeah, cool. Still, I don't find a screenshot. Is there some, probably there's no documentation where that screenshot has been taken, right? Take screenshot test. Is there something on the website? We can do all that, okay. Writing your first flow test, tap on, can do that later. The text or semantic label on the screen, description of the flow test, okay. Action, referent gestures, expectation, text inputs, all right. Watch is also possible, nice. It checks the flow and the application code, okay. Create command, makes sense. And this is then just what we can do. Tap on text, an optional text regularly used and visible, okay. Text input, input text. Okay, let's try that. So I don't find the screenshot yet. I don't know. We cannot see it as an action, so it probably is not correctly inputted yet. What we can check is the GitHub repository. Nice. C# is a very good language. I really like that. But it comes very close to Dart, right? So you're nearly on the same path there. Is there something about screenshots? Screenshots. Write a deeper time travel screenshots. No, it seems that I'm the only one who has the problem. Can we have a look what happens inside of here? Flatium flow. Lip. Source. Here are the actions. Expect visible input, take screenshot. Flatium action, screenshot. Okay, so let's see. Flutter flow, split yod YAML, that's just how it's done, and the step. The action data, action resolve. And if the action is not there, then we throw an error. Okay. So what is the resolve now? Is there anything what we have passed in? Expect visible. Take screenshot. Huh. Take a screenshot with the given name, but where is it placed? With the given name. Maybe I have to do something like /thanks.png. Let's try that. Thank you. Always nice to have a new follower. If you have questions, just post me or add the hashtag #FlutterExplained. See you later. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day or wherever you are at the moment. Da, 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 da. Ah, these test drivers. They use so much power. From Turkey, very nice. I learned a lot about Turkey in the last couple of days. So let's see what happens here now. So thanks.png, that looks weird. The designs distract. No worries, that's perfect. Let's just hide it. I like that if I get feedback. Thank you so much, peace. So what I could do is just put that somewhere in a, I don't know, we have this intermission part. We can add that here, for example. So hello, or something like that. But thank you, very good. So, and I see the problem. The slash is now taken as something escaped. So I can try that. Check. Let's let it run. Oh, something. Ah, this is the Flutter driver. Oh, nice. What is that? Flutter manager binding. So what you can see here, it creates us the Dart file to run an integration tester, right? So this is the basic stuff from the integration testing framework. With pump settling, taking screenshots. Ah, it uses just the default integration tester underneath of it. That's why it works platform agnostic again. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like that. But the question is now, take screenshot. If this is the case, I could do the following. Integration test Flutter. Flutter and take screenshot. And I think we should get at least an information where the screenshot has been dropped. Take screenshot, Flutter integration tests. Yep, let's go here. I found an open issue. They are working on that capability. I think it's possible. Take screenshot. Ah yeah, and then it wants the path. So I think our solution should work now. So with the dot slash, whoops, can we see something? Not really. What is one? Screenshots PNG. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. Could be that this is a problem. Hey, Mino. So go for it. So why is the screenshot not visible? Maybe I have to reset here. Because if it's using the Flutter integration test framework, that's pretty neat actually. It makes it very cool and easy to use and understandable, because that means there is nothing special at the end. It's just using the default things. The question is now just why manager render screenshot by point. Test finished already, that's perfect. R screenshot PNG, so it should be there now. Nope, not visible. Can I open up that folder somehow from here? Find in folder? No, that's not what I want. I want that inside. Open folder in reveal in file explorer. Cool. Can we see something? There's no screenshot. Maybe in the test folder? Nah. Interesting. There's a package that we can use for CLI called Interact. I personally prefer it, and we try. Yeah, but still, you should create and discuss that with the package owner, because I could imagine that they don't like that. Maybe expecting, yeah, that could be a very good point. Screenshots, let's try that. Let's create a folder. Screenshots, screenshot.png, the file, so. And the last thing that I could imagine is that it's just working on a specific, package at the moment. Target integration test. The screen is a PNG. You cannot save directly from the test without tweaks. So probably this stuff on screenshot. But if we need this tweak, I would say this is something in the creation of the Flatium should be part of it. But it could be that there is just a bug inside. So on screenshot, there is something where it creates a new file. Let's see if we have that in Flatium. So what do we see here? Manager send screenshot, PNG bytes join. Image to image, take screenshot. Manager start, boundary first, repaint boundary, image format PNG. Ooh. The pipe is being closed. Unhandled exception. Write failed. Probably because I have the file open, so he don't like that. Let's see if that works. That looks better? Really? Yeah, because we got an error at least, right? Very good point. Thanks is there. Screenshot is done. And we get again. The pipe is being closed. The pipe is being closed. Error 232. Stream sync. Flatium runner run. Maybe he don't have allowance. Is there? I'm not sure if there is something like a write setting or anything on that folder. So what I could try is I could open up Visual Studio Code as an administrator and see if then I have the allowance to write something. Shwoop. Minnow has found something on Stack Overflow. Let's have a read. Name pipe, the pipe is being closed. Okay, you have already a solution for that. But it benefits. The problem is that the client cannot reconnect to the same pipe after it's disconnected. The key is understanding the pipe. What? The pipe and server side is dead as well. If you, yeah, okay, but we don't have a server side, right? Hey, Thorntech, nice to see you. How is it going? So, let's try now with an admin write. Maybe now he's allowed to write down something into the screenshots folder. But I have to admit, I'm very impressed what it can do already. It's of course very rudimentary, but I can already say to you that I think it's a very cool tool, especially because it doesn't make, it doesn't hide too much away. You can still, oh sorry, now it's getting dark. You can still go into the file. You can check what what is happening, what could be the issue that you face. You can make forks of it. Till now, a very good package actually. So taking a screenshot, it's green, it's closed, and it's not there. The question is now, did it somewhere write where it shouldn't write? So something like screenshots in the folders or something. Could be anywhere. No. Huh. Sorry, I would really, or I would love to show you to write somewhere, but why is it not working? That's weird. Maybe because I'm in Windows, this should not be this, it should be more this. But that's very far-fetched. I'm a bit disappointed. I thought that should be easier. You better use file streams in the case I did not do something there. So yeah, dark mode looks great. Better remove the screenshots folder. Why better remove it? I mean, if it's created, is it not better then? Or do you think maybe then it has more allowance to write down? Okay, now we get an error again. Unknown escape character. Yeah, makes sense because backslash should be twice then here. Let's try it again. To declare it as an asset folder. The thing is, we don't want to use it really as Flutter package. We want to use it as the Dart testing framework. So I don't think that this will be a solution to the topic at the moment. I'm sorry. We are in Germany and it's 8 p.m. So in the evening. So let's see. Screenshot PNG. But now we are elevated, so we have the rights to do it. That should be a thing. And let's see what we get. Expect thanks, and it's there. And expect screenshot folder. Okay, so reveal in file. Nope. Huh. We must show off serverpod on a stream. I bet I'm gonna be a game changer. Yeah, I have that on my list. As you can see, I think I have it somewhere here. Yeah, project ideas, serverpod. And I also talked with the owner of serverpod because he has here on the career page, he wrote something about his co-developer or something, Victor Lidlott, and it was very interesting to see. And I would love to talk a little bit more with him because I think the idea of serverpod is pretty cool. And it remembers me a lot on the, what was the package name? I don't remember anymore. But with the screenshot, I don't come closer. I think on a macOS it maybe works better. It's that weird, I don't know. I have the feeling that it saves this screenshot somewhere. But what I could do, no, I can't do that because I don't have direct access. But anyway, what we can do is we can expect visible, and the cool thing is now if we have something where we can press on. Let's say we want to navigate from a home page to another page, like we would have here step 2 page.dart. Now inside of here we have again a stateless widget. Yep, there we go. Nope. So now we have here step 2 page. And inside of here we would have then the text. Like, let's keep the container. Say we have a child, which is text. Hello world. Now we can do something fantastic because we can... Not text. Now we have it. No, not HTML, please. We want to have material. Quick and easy. What is that? Remove unnecessary container. Yep, get rid of it. And now, maybe give it an absolute path. Also a possibility. Yep, I will do that. Let's do the following. Let's add that. And the absolute path. Can I copy that here directly? Copy path. Okay, let's quickly add again the folder, screenshots, so, and add the absolute path, chuck, like that. And now we have to replace or double all of them. Screenshots.pmg. All right. For the next one, now I want to first make the navigation happening, and afterwards we try if that works. So we want to navigate here. So what I will do is creating here a static method, navigate to, and inside of this method we want to use the navigator one in that case, navigator dot how was it, of context, and I think I have to pass in the context. And this guy comes in, and then we want to navigate. Is that Flutter navigate to a new page? Let's quickly Google for it. Create 2 routes. App bar, blah blah blah. Navigate push. Correct. So navigator.push was it? Push, and inside of here we have material page route, I guess, with a builder. Builder always contains a context. I think we do it like this. Builder context, and then just like that. And now inside of this context, builder context const step 2 page return page route const suck. So why is it red? What have I done? Build, 2 positional arguments but found 1. Yeah, sure, because the first one is context and not here. We want to have it here, context, and then this one. Fair enough. And there could be one too much. Yep. Great. Sorry if that was too fast. I just implemented now quickly something. So what I did, I created a navigate to function from step 2. And why did I do that as a static function? Well, I can now say in the home page, wherever we have a button, so we keep that now, and we create here a column quickly. And we have this center, and underneath of it we have a raised... Is it raised or is it elevated? I think it's elevated button. And if we press it, we can now use the step 2 page, navigate to, and with that we should be already navigating. Import that one, that's fine. Elevated, what is the problem with that? Hello Kanakapali Anurak, nice to see you. Return step 2 page. Do we have to return it? You're right. Yes, we have to return it. Perfect. Thank you. Better I do it like that just to make it easier readable. And show up. Get rid of it. This can be done. Clean. So perfect. Navigate to, that's fine. So we have our child. I think we can remove that stuff here. No, the child we need. We have to press something, right? So text, navigate to page 2. Good, so we have still an issue somewhere. So we have that, and it seems this is too much. Yep, great. We add a const modifier, that's fine. And navigate to needs a context, which is our context, so we pass in the context. Grabber Chrome extension. Yeah, the Grabber Chrome extension is pretty cool. I used it a long time ago, and at that time I still had some troubles because it showed me always wrong solutions, but I guess they got better in the meantime. So yeah, feel free to use it. It's pretty cool. And Minu would probably recommend to use GitHub Autopilot. So. There it is. There it is. I knew it. No one should say I don't know my people. Cool. So we have that. Navigate to page 2. So things is, if now everything works like I expected, we should go to our first flow. And what we want is expecting the visible thanks, because we did not change that, right? So in our homepage, we still have the text thanks. And then we want to navigate there. So what we should do is tap on this guy. After that, we take a screenshot, because why not? And then we expect visible. And what do we expect? That is our hello world. Nope. Fair enough. Oh, no, that worked. So fantastic. So we expect, we tap, we take a screenshot, and we expect the visible. Let's try that. Yeah, UI tests are usually pretty expensive. As you can see, you have to directly take the whole flow down. And even though if you have the whole flow and something breaks in the meantime, usually it's very hard to debug. So even you get the errors and everything, it's usually still harder to debug UI problems because there can be so many things that go wrong. Like jank, like your device is laggy, maybe your device screen looks different out of some reasons. We had in our former project, we had overnight tests. And the problem was there that if we run the tests overnight, people started to ignore them. And that was a very bad thing, because if the build pipeline is red, you usually should still fix it. But in projects, usually they are getting ignored. So great, everything worked, but we did not see it because I didn't had open the screen. Sorry for that, but we can do that again. Shouldn't be too long. And in the meantime, I check the folder here with the screenshot, but it don't seems like it has made the screenshot into it. But the path looks correct, right? So all of that, if I copy that, no, not hello world, will be this path. Oh, now I close that one. Oh, interesting. If I command left click this one, I get into the browser. Huh, makes sense. So run, go, go, go. And inside of here, we can add this one. And it cannot find the path. Okay, because of the screenshot PNG probably. Let's remove that. Yeah, it's our folder. Yeah, no idea why the screenshot is not working. I could create a package, an issue in the package, I guess. So let's do that, because that will help everyone who wants to work on it. So let's quickly check if there is anything with screenshot. There is. Unexpected end of input error Flutter test. No, doesn't look like our issue. So let's create a new one. It's a bug report, I guess. Let's add Windows to it. And the command, I guess, so that we directly know. So description let's keep that on top. Can we see that? Yeah. On my Windows computer, I tried to run the command in an Android emulator. It seems like the path to the file is not correctly set or cannot work correctly or cannot save the image correctly. Yep. Steps to reproduce. First, use a Windows computer. Second, execute the command. Third, what is the third thing? Search for the file inside of your project. Expected behavior. See the file in the folder declared inside of the project. The screenshot file inside of the project screenshots. Okay. What we can do is using and I think I want to also add that we had the other solution, right? So we did not only have this, we had also screenshot slash screenshot. Up. So. Yep, did that. Additional context. What we tried, or what I tried using absolute path, elevated terminal rights. Yeah, and using, what is the alternative to absolute path? It's static? No, what is it? Dynamic pathing. Good. So probably that would help. And let's see if someone finds a solution for that. Let's preview that quickly. That's there. Cool. Submit. So edit bug, correct. Good. Flutter CLI, flow runner, cool. All right, let's run that once more and open up that. Okay, but that means what we can do now, and I really like that, is we can run really a project. We have the whole functionality of the basic package underneath of it. As you can see, most of it is like a build runner that creates us a generic file just for the time we need it. And with that, we can be sure that we don't pollute our file system with all the integration test files, with all these setups and things like that. So in general, I would say it's a really neat package that I highly recommend to use from time to time as soon as it's stable. At the moment, just use it, please, if you want to test a little bit around and see if it works. But for default cases, like going to a visible page, check out if there is a string, tap on something, yeah, take a screenshot, maybe not, but expect visibility, things like that should work perfectly fine. Good. Cool. The cool thing is, what I would suggest, Flutter, we can only run the tests, but what would be cool is if we could create the, and I think that's not yet possible, because if we could create this file here actually without that it's getting deleted, why would that be a benefit? If we think about Firebase, yep, search for Firebase quickly. Inside of Firebase, there is that cool feature called Flutter testing, or Flutter, no, just test center or something like that. Let's go quickly to the console. Yeah, let's take one of them. Trip planner, yeah, I don't mind at the moment. But if we go here, we have, where is it? Build, extension, app check. Wow, the UI here has also changed a lot. test lab, this guy. And what we can do is we can upload such files and we can run it on one of the server farms of Flutter, I guess. Not of Flutter, of the Firebase test lab, because they have a lot of devices and we can let that run. But I see at the moment, are there only iOS and Android supported? I think that's new. I thought that's possible. Let's see. Flutter integration test on Firebase. What did I say is the name? Test lab. So there is a Medium article from 2021. And Rezo Coder did a video about it. I think it's Rezo, yep. So it was possible, but it's not anymore, or what's the idea? Ensure, yeah, okay, so creating all of that, blah, blah, blah. New Firebase project, yep, Android setup. And then we have run with Flutter. Ah, okay, so we would need to change the Android output and then we have to upload the APK directly. Understood, okay. That makes sense, okay. Signature Bands, hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, welcome. So, and then we would have the APK directly and would have to upload this guy. Okay, makes sense. Okay, simple enough. I think that makes sense. So we have to create the files here and then we would upload directly what we need for that. All right, good. Now we can make our app a little bit more beautiful, but I think the big stuff has been done so far. So here we can surround that thing with a good old scaffold, change the child to a body. And what we could do now is adding also an app bar so that we can see like app bar, then we have the title. And here we could have, for example, the search bar. So what that means is, let's say we would have a list of some information. We can implement that in a sec. But for now, we would have here a text input field. Input field, is it text input? Was it just text input? No, I don't think so, right? Form field, is it? Form field, text form field, this guy. So, and inside of here, we probably have a controller or we have just a value, right? So initial value we could set. So now let's take a decoration for that. Decoration, text, no, input field, input decoration. Look at that, I know something. If I'm thinking about it, I know something. Wow, holy crap. Hey, welcome, simplified Chinese symbols. Welcome to our channel. So, and inside a line label with hint. There is a hint text probably, and this hint text is in our case search for just search. Zack, easy enough. So, and whenever this changes, we would like to narrow down a list. And what we can do is, let's say we have a list of honeys. That means we have a list of string. And this is just a basic list. Honey list. Cannot be const, all right. So, and inside of here, we would have then some information like, hey, can this be const? No, I don't think so. Cool. Let's say, what is, yeah, field honey, forest honey. What do we have else? Field honey, forest, flower honey. Are there any special types of honey? Flutter honey. Yeah, so let's say these are all the different honeys that we have. All begin with F. That's absolutely per accident. I'm very sorry. So, but what I want to do is inside of this field here, whenever we search for something, so whenever the value changes, something like change on change, then let me quickly think how we do that best. I would like to narrow down now the honey list. And for that, how can I do that easiest? I guess with a filter. And we would have the list string with search result. Fair enough. And that one is empty at the moment. We don't need to set that. And yes, now we have to change also from a stateless widget to an stateful widget. Convert. Great stuff. So this one is final, by the way. Will not change. And this one will change. So here we don't have anything inside. And whenever we have an on change here, we have a method which receives the value. That's a string. And when we receive the string, we say that our search result equals the honey list dot filter. There is no filter. Where? Sorry. Yep. Where? And now where the element is equal to the value. And that's actually wrong. Element dot contains. And I think we can enter here a pattern. And what the pattern is value. And to make that even where blah 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 contains value, and this is not returning true or false. That returns true and false. Why is it red? A variable of type iterable string can't be assigned. That's absolutely true. So let's say to list. List. Great stuff. All right, did I miss something? So where blah blah blah, that is there, that is there. Okay, that means when we search something at the moment, we would have to add the whole correct spelling. That's a problem. So to lowercase contains value dot to lowercase. So that just makes sure that if we search something, we have both in lowercase, so we don't make any mistakes there. No question asked in the chat. Perfectly fine. So I can work here further. Chop chop, but don't hesitate to ask questions if I'm too fast at some point. Can we make that not a bit beautiful? That looks super ugly, so keep it like that. Fair enough. So does that work is the question. So whenever we change something, we add the list. And why is that important to us? Because in our column, we have currently an elevated button, and in between, we would like to have, how can I do that? For const element in search result. No, that's not how Flutter works. I think it's like this, and this is no const. Like we could say result or final. Final is good. So, and now we have each result. We want to create a widget here, and this is a text widget where we just say result inside. Boom. Like that. Okay, how does our app look like at the moment? It would be a great question. Undefined name step 2 page. What? Did we remove it? Yep, we forgot, or we removed the import here. Cool. Schwuppdiwupp. That's that. I think we can directly return that, make it a bit more clean and smaller. Neat. And let's run the whole thing quickly. Go here to run debug. Let's see if we can run it with the Android. Yep, looks good. I have maybe the problem that I should have shown, so just starting the app and then work on it, then it would be more visual for everyone, right? Not just my beautiful voice who distracts from what actually happens. You know, it's not like I'm doing development in YouTube for around 2 years now, so I'm still doing the beginner's mistakes. Mr. Weber. All right, so up it starts. Now we can have a look, and afterwards we run our Flatium to see if everything what we expect is working. Cool. So we have that. We have thanks. We don't have anything entered in search at the moment, so that means that should work. We see it clicks inside. So let's enter something like ooh. No, don't work. It doesn't work as I intended, or what I thought it would work. And that's because of set state, my friends, obviously. So who knew it? Who did listen? Who was active? No one in the chat. So obviously, if we do that, that's pretty cool. We are amazing that we do that. But obviously, we have to surround that whole thing with a set state. We can do that afterwards, but I think what I want is just taking that stuff inside of here just to make that clean. So what you can see is now we have the whole list here because I entered something. So, and I think if I enter here field honey, then nothing happens. Probably because the set state is not here yet. Can I hot restart? Yeah, perfect. Command Shift F5. Command Shift F5. That's just keywords that nobody is ever using. So, enter something. Flutter honey. Now actually something should be removed. Oh yeah, problems. So we throw some errors. Fantastic. Show which error? Remote show soft input, composing region, get surrounding stuff. Here's the error. What happened? Unhandled Flutter, hardware keyboard, failed, pressed key. A key up event is dispatched, but the state show physical key is not pressed. If this occurs in real applications, who cares? Okay. Okay, so I'm a bit surprised now. I thought that should work. So we execute that and let's see what we print if we print the value here. So a one-time hot restart. Let's have a look. And yes, I know that's something we could test now with our fantastic new framework. And we will do that in a sec. So I just want to see what we got. Flutter, honey. Now I'm surprised. That's weird. So let's see. Where element, blah, blah, blah. So what we can do to debug that easy is we remove that, creating a function inside of here where we say this, which will return. And inside of here we have print element dot to lowercase, and what I want to also print is the value to lowercase. And then maybe as a last point I would like to print this whole expression just to see if I get nuts. So, and hot restart quickly. Clicking on the search. So we have field, it's true. Yep, because F is included in all of them. Field, did I make a mistake? Element to lowercase contains. It seems it gives true. Why is it only executed once? On change value, search honey where? Huh. Why don't you try GDE? I try actually. I sent an application this week, so with a bit of luck, I get something back. And yes, Mahtab is GDE. She was last time at a GDE conference in Warsaw, or Warsaw is I think the name in English, in Poland. And she told me how amazing it was and everything and what she all learned. And I thought, hey, Max, you have to try that too. So where element? I'm really curious right now. Let's take that outside because it could be that this is somehow asynchronous, but no, where is not. Is that async? I can't believe that. Where iterable? No, that sounds all correct. X is even, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what I would expect here. You want to travel too? But hey, you are at Flutter India. Yeah, that's also pretty amazing. What means also pretty? It's super amazing. Where should contain all of the elements that we have? That's I'm somehow, something is wrong here in my mind. This method returns a view of mapped elements, returns a new lazy iterable with all elements that satisfies the predicted test. Matching element, okay, so that sounds correct. Then it would be maybe the contains part that I have here. So what does that mean? Whether the string contains a match of other. So Dart strings contains D is true. Regex, I don't want to. So string Dart strings contains regex. Huh, I'm super surprised. Ah, but maybe this needs to be a pattern and it doesn't work with just a, yeah, it works with just a value. Weird. What can I see if I print the search result? Maybe I did something wrong with that. Yeah, slowly I'm a bit... So field, honey. So where do we see the values? Here we go. We get all four. Element to lowercase to lowercase. Print element dot to lowercase. And I think we had the value. So. And what is contains was the string that worked. So let's see if I now enter here something or remove something, we throw an error. Okay, so look at that. We get all elements inside of element. This is not just one element, these are all elements. Look at that. This is a string with everything. What the heck? Huh? Why? What is where is doing? Iterable test. Where iterable? The element is E. Where E? That's nuts. Why is that the case? Why is element everything? No, it contains 4 times Flutter. No, it contains honey 4 times. No, that's all good. But why is element a list? Or no, it's a string with a concatenated list of whatever is inside of this honey list. Function of string, but why contains it? Okay, I've never seen that before. What is happening, huh? That's interesting. Is it because of the lowercase? No, that means the element is all in one string. Yeah, it's all in one string. Final list of string honey list. I'm so stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ. Pro programmer. Yeah. That was... Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, maybe that was the problem. But I was confused. That's good. So I was pretty sure that it should work. Hi, the Blitz. So let's try it again. Delete. And still don't work. Interesting. Maybe I should not put that in set state then. Hot restart quickly. The best list ever, yeah, with one element. Hey, easy. Aha, look at that. Now we get it also as a better, much better. I ignored that error, but now we have that. And wherever we enter something. So does it also work with honey? Do we get then also all back? Yeah, that works. Great. So TTER would be also just returning one. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. Use or case in where? What does that mean? Ah, or case. There is an or case in that. Ooh, love it. So that means when this one returns null, how do I... Is that this? So where boolean? No, there is just the boolean or in case to avoid that error. Where iterable? Where type first, last, remove, string, retain. No or case, not in where, I think. Because even if the... I don't even understand the error actually, I did not check that. I think it's a keyboard error because I write too fast with my keyboard, then someone could enter something here on that thing. It's just a race condition at the moment, I believe. So if I use that, we don't get these errors. Yeah. So it's more like I write too fast for the emulator. Cool. Okay, so now we have that. And easy peasy. Because we are successful, I will change the music a little bit. Let's see what we have for cool sound prizes now. Let's take blues, calming climate, chill bass. Let's try this one. Okay, music is gone. Fair enough. Okay, so now let's switch over to the first flow. Here inside, we want now to make a marker. And yeah, here inside, we want now to set up the description or the part that we want to do. And first of all, we can expect that we want to see at least the word thanks. So this is the top word, right? Easy. And actually what we also want to see, we want to see field honey. We want to see forest honey. We would like to see flower honey. And we would like to see Flutter honey. So, and this will fail at the moment, so I don't run that yet. The reason is, at the moment we have just this, and this should be actually honey list at the beginning. That's not possible. That's unfortunate. How can we do that? Easy. Can I do something like that? List.create from or something? From? And then use honey list? No, that's also not possible. Why? Yeah, I thought so. Sad. Try replaying the reference with a different. Yeah, gotcha. That must be static. Do you have any good topics for the conference? If you want to use a good talk for the conference, so I have multiple. I, at the moment, am completely flashed with game development, as you know, with Flame. That was really a cool experience. I really loved it. Next videos will be about that topic. I loved it so much that I thought about to talk about that next week on a Twitter space and maybe create a talk and a speech about it. Another topic, what I think most people will be at the moment very interested is Impeller. If you have some information about Impeller, have some ideas about it, I think that would be what people really are into it. Another thing what you could do is testing, because I think Flutter testing is always a very important topic. The new website, FlutterConf India. Oh, here we go. I'm disconnected. No, don't tell me I'm disconnected. No, I'm not disconnected. Here I am, back in the game, hopefully. Okay, India's largest content created, blah, blah, blah. A lot of cool speakers. Kartik is there, cool. Vivek is there, nice. Majid, of course. Majid is everywhere. Ah, Defrel. Ah, okay, that explains it, I guess. Raj Gundluru, I don't know him. Abhishek is there, cool. Pavan, of course. YouTube, Rockstar. Kamal Shri. Ah, she will talk about the game development. Cool. And Flutter Gaming, alright. Unleash power of animated position. More revealing soon. Cool. Securing Flutter apps is also pretty cool. Like that. And in-app would be also cool, I think. How to enable your app inside of, like, if you have a native app and how you can inject now Flutter apps inside of that native app. That would be also something. And what I could also imagine people would be interested is something like how to make the transition from React Native to Flutter, for example, would be also something that people could be interested, because I know now some or several companies who think about to switch, and they need like a guidance or roadmap how to switch and how to start that actually. But yeah, so I hope that gives you some ideas. And of course, you can also do one of Serverpod, right? To just talk about it. It's open source. I mean, why not? Also a very important topic at the end. Backend in Dart is always underestimated, in my opinion, even though it's low compared to other languages, as we knew now. Okay, back to my problem. I have an empty list. I would like to make that full. I can't do it here because we want to implement that both. Can I do something like that? Search list? Nope. Honey list dot. No, that's not possible. How can I fulfill that? I would like to do that right at the beginning. Of course, it's a stateful widget, so we can say init state, and inside of here we have search result is equals to honey list. Easy enough. Sorry for that. Yeah, but why don't add yourself also into the speakers of the conf? I mean, that's no problem. You can even use your same topic again. I think if there are not enough speakers, you are more than happy to be there, I guess. And also if your topic is interesting, of course. Or you can do something with generic art or something like that. I mean, a lot of people have talked already about it, but I like that topic, honestly. Good. Now, if we have done that, we have all of that. Now we want to tap on, and now it's going to be interesting. I want to tap on search, and I'm curious if we can see that now. And then we want to enter text. So how do we do that? I think text input text. Like, let's add honey. So which kind of honey do we want to select here? We can see that even. Okay, so we have to add something. Let's say W. Now it's just one honey that is possible. And now what we expect is visible flower honey. And you know, let's break that. Let's say we have here Flutter honey, because I want to see if the breaking case is also working and how the debugging possibilities are. Thank you, Lara, for subscribing. So cool. I will also add some spaces, and what I would like to do, can I comment? No, this is a YAML file. I think this is how you comment. So this is our expectations at the first screen. Search for Flutter honey. No, search for flower honey. And then we navigate to the second page. All right, I'm very curious if this is possible. What I would like to see in the future is maybe having some description here too, that you have like a description again, write something like hello, and then all of these are underneath of that. I'm pretty sure this will not work now, but that would be pretty cool, because I think with that we can make the tests even easier to understand. So with that, we close off the debugger, kill. And now go to the terminal. And now it could be that the stream is getting a little bit laggy again. I'm sorry for that already. But we run that first flow again. So we retrieve the devices. Now we will execute it on the emulator again. And now our integration test should run right away. Really cool. So we have the Flatium drive. Here's now all the things that should be there. now let's see how that turns out. Especially I'm curious now about that tap on, because we did not specify anything for that. It's just a text field where something is inside. Speaker slots are full. Sorry for that. But yeah, I mean, such big events usually have very quickly all speakers inside, right? Also because they are, well, a lot of Flutter people and also a lot of people who are interested are behind of that. So let's see. Okay, we open up the app. And testing starting. Okay, tap on search. We tried to enter something and the expectation was wrong. So as you can see down here, there was, holy crap, was there a lot of things running up. I hear that at many conferences, like at Flutter Vikings, there was also the possibility of the not speed talk or something like that, so that you can be outside of the actual speak and hold the speak, and some people joined there too if they were too busy or they wanted to wanted to just see something easy to understand or something. So maybe that is an option. If you are there, why not? In front of the door, just talk with people, why not? So, but we get our expected wrong, so that works. Open the app, check if there is an empty container. Okay, this is just the name of the flow at the moment. So this would be open the app, expect 4 values as honey, or 4 honeys. Is that? What is the plural of honey? Plural of honey. What is the plural of honey? Word hippo. Let's get into it. The noun honey can be countable or uncountable. The plural will be also honey. Look at that, we learned something. So, open the app, expect 4 honey, search for flower honey, and navigate to screen 2. So, and now let's run that. And what we could do now on a server, for example, where we have the Flutter project on, we could create a cron tab and let run on that cron job every day or something, all the Flutter tests regarding this Flutium test. And as you can see, to write the tests are now super simple. I did not import any other package. As you can see here in the pub spec.yaml, it's completely brown. There is no additional package, nothing. It's just the global installed package of Flutium at the moment. The readability of this file is extremely good, and I think everyone can create these tests. Actually, I think we could even give that to our PO, and he can create them, and what the result would be is that it executes all these tests one by one and gives us the result. And if even possible, we would get the screenshot down here. So visible Flutter honey did not work again because I'm stupid and did not change it. It should be flower honey. So let's try it again. Good night, Minu. Sleep well. Thanks for joining. It was a great stream with you again. Da, da, da. So run that. Yeah, so with that you get a lot of easy access at the end. You can work with that very easy, I guess. And for companies, that's a big benefit, I guess. Also that this watch command is working in both directions is pretty cool. So that means when you change something inside of the flow, it will try to rerun the package. The same thing if you change anything in the application code. The only thing, because the round trip, especially now here on Windows and especially on Android, looks like it takes more than up to a minute at the moment. Of course, my computer is now a bit older, so probably it could work on other machines way faster. But I think the round trip time is still too big to really watch it. I think nobody really in a development environment would do that. Cool. But now with that, we got all that running. Still, we don't get the screenshot, I guess. Lib screenshot, nope, still empty. But I think that gives you a good understanding on how to use these packages, right? I mean, we have understood how the Flow package actually works, or the Flatium package. We installed it globally. We fixed our Android SDK in the meantime. We created now a running, I would say, first flow. We can create multiple of them. Yeah, I think that's everything we can tell about this package at this point at time. I think we can use it on different flavors. And yeah, let's see how this is developing in the future. I'm pretty impressed for a 0.1 version that, well, started days ago, I think. I would say that's pretty cool. So if you have any questions or if you are interested in the package itself, check out the Git repository. Have a look and support the project, I guess, because that would be amazing. You know, we are a Flutter community. Everyone helps everyone. Yeah, and if you have any questions, as always, reach me out on Twitter. Check out, on the next stream. I hope we do that soon again. I hope you enjoyed that tonight. Tomorrow, I will be unfortunately not able to make a live stream because I can even switch here. Haha, look at that. That doesn't really change something. But yeah, tomorrow I will be at a podcast. So someone asked me, Very in this case, asked me if I want to join. And I will participate at the Flutter Dach podcast. It's in German, but I'm pretty proud because it's my very first time that I got invited to something like that. And yeah, if you are interested and you know and understand some German, feel free to listen. And yeah, there is nothing else to say. Then thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye, everyone.